Welcome to the hottest entertainment blog on the internet today, the A-List. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And with me this week, live via satellite from Florida, that's super jelly there, Jenn is live with us tonight.
Hi.
Why don't you tell some of the A-List peeps a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Jen. I live in Florida, so that means I get to go to Disney World. I'm very lucky. Yeah, I know. You can also hear me. I'm a live host on what's called Beach Radio. We have a lot of interactive shows. Like we have a show called ADR on Monday nights at 9. It's sponsored by the Howard Johnson Hotel and Water Playground from Anaheim, which is pretty sweet. And then every Friday we have like a live show at 1 o'clock. It's usually from Disney World. I know this week coming up it'll be Disney World, but there might be some from Universal Studios, and listeners can even win gift cards from Earl Sandwich. You can't go wrong with Earl Sandwich. And then on V24radio.com we take requests. So every 5 o'clock it's an all request hour, and then at 10 every night, 7 days a week, we have a top 10 at 10. So it's pretty cool. We like to get a lot of interaction on there, so.
Yes, I'm a big fan of V24. I listen to it often, probably more often than I should admit to.
There you go.
But, you know, I like it. I like the top 10 at 10.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm not at work, I try to catch the live in parks. So this week's Universal Studios, will they be waiting an hour in line?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Only some Disney magic will be with them, but you never know. It's live. Anything can happen.
They can do the hour-long wait throughout the Harry Potter ride.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Yeah. But I'll have to catch the what is it? ADR? Is that what it is? Okay, I'll have to catch that one. I haven't been able to catch that.
It's fun because you can interact with us on Twitter with hashtag V24ADR.
Nice. I know you also have playing on there is Communicore Weekly, and also for the V24, you guys have an app. Yes, there is an app for that, and I have it downloaded right here. We're doing this live right
Which
now.
is awesome. If anyone's listening, we have the app on Android and on iPhone.
There's the About Us, there's the radio, the Facebook, the Twitter, the website, and of course you can send it a request. Let's see the radio. Oh, alright, now we have dueling phones. That's the song that's going on right now. Name that tune for us. I think I know it. I think it's Wonders of Life.
You might be better than I am. I was gonna guess Future World, but I know that's off.
That would be in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's Wonders of Life song.
I'm not really good on background music.
Anyway. It sounds like actually sounds like an 80s sitcom theme song.
I know, I kind of like.
Definitely, if you're a fan of Disney parks and especially the music, download that app.
Yes, and we also play Universal and SeaWorld music too. So
I'll definitely be putting in some more requests for my favorite Digging in Dino. Now.
Never know.
Oh, my back is sore, working on the Tyrannosaur.
Those words I don't know. I do like the song, but I don't know the words.
I make up my own words. The new, speaking of Disney music, the new albums were released on Tuesday. What do you think of those albums? Are they worth picking up?
To be honest, I haven't looked too much into them, but I know there's only a few brand new songs.
Yeah.
Have been released already, so.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that are gonna buy them, they are probably already know they're gonna buy them, so. It's all relative.
Yeah. Very true. I was like looking at the track listings, and it's available on iTunes too, and of course at parks. For those who are lucky enough to live close to buy it, near there to buy them.
Those lucky people.
Yeah, I don't know who they are, but I was just like looking at the track listing, and it was like have it, don't have it, have it, don't have it. So like there's a certain track you need that you don't have. It's only album only, and
they do it on purpose. That's how they get you.
Hopefully, I can get the Little Mermaid Netflix sometime else. If you don't have Music in the Park, those would be an interesting, a pretty good buy. I have the last set that they released, and I enjoyed it. Look into that if you have it. Of course, we all know if we follow you on Twitter, you'll see many pictures from these Disney parks, of course, and we can get jealous.
Sorry.
It's all good. That's the thing about having on the Disney people on your Twitter. You better be able to take pictures of the parks.
I get it though. I was away for like 2 months. I had some family stuff to take care of, so I was stuck in upstate New York. It was killing me. So I totally understand the Disney thing. I missed it.
Yeah.
So I'm very lucky that I'm close by.
What are some of your favorite attractions at the parks?
That's always a loaded question because I really have so many. My favorites right now are The Little Mermaid. I think it's Voyage of the Sea or Voyage Under the Sea.
Ariel's Undersea Adventure, maybe?
I always get it wrong. I just call it Little Mermaid in New Fantasyland.
Yeah, that's what everyone calls it.
And of course Pirates and Haunted Mansion. And the Tiki Room. Tiki Room is definitely like a newest favorite. This is on purpose.
I'm chewing right here on my shirt.
Those are my 4 favorites. They'll change probably in like 2 months, but right now those are my top 4. How about you?
Yeah, a lot.
See?
One big favorite ride, all-time favorite, is probably going to be Splash Mountain. Mostly because it was the first Disney ride I had ever gone on. So it was like, okay, I'm here, I'm at Disney World, and this is awesome. So like, the 8-year-old West Troop loved it, and the 26-year-old West Troop still loves it.
Well, with me and Haunted Mansion and Pirates, I remember being 4 and going on those with my grandmother. So ever since, always my favorite. So. But
Splash Mountain, Tower of Terror is probably my second favorite. The Haunted Mansion and Pirates are up there.
Yeah.
Like you, everything changes. Country Bear Jamboree is one of my favorites. Since I was a kid, you got Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Expedition Everest, to throw an Animal Kingdom right in there, the Safari. But I love everything. I'll put it that way.
I know it's hard. It's really hard to choose.
Yeah.
I almost have it down to park and down to area within the park. That's how bad it is.
So what's new going on down in the park these days?
Let's see. Well, they're getting ready for fall. Luckily, after Labor Day, they're getting ready. Things are actually kind of quiet right now. Lots of tour groups down there.
Oh no, the Brazilians!
I'm not naming countries.
I just lost all my Brazilian viewers.
Whoops. But actually, I was impressed because last time when we were there, I shouldn't say how long ago because I know you don't want to hear how long ago I was there.
That would have been last weekend.
Yeah, it was Saturday. But there were a lot of French people.
Ooh, oui.
I was surprised. You normally don't hear that much French in the park, but there were a lot of French.
Other than at the French Pavilion, I suppose.
Well, yeah, but we were waiting in line and there was a lot. But it's been hot down here, so just people staying hydrated, getting grumpy in the sweat and the heat. So.
Nice. Yeah, is it like really packed in August?
It hasn't been too bad. It's starting to slow down now that kids are going back to school. I will admit, after Labor Day, the park is so quiet. Up until about Food and Wine in the end of September.
End of September was when I was there last time, and it was pretty crowded.
Yeah, but then you go to Epcot, and the World Showcase is so. It makes me claustrophobic.
What's the limited time magic?
Off the top of my head, I know they were having at studios. They had the ears. The front had good. It had like heroes, and the back had villains. I know that was coming up. and American Idol had a juniors edition that's going on this week. So I'm not sure what's coming up next. I know September 13th they're gonna have a villains party on Friday the 13th. I think Unleash the Villains are calling it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like the Villains Mix and Mingle that they have for Not So Scary, but we'll see. There's supposed to be merchandise and a bunch of themed activities. We'll see what happens.
What are some of your favorite movies?
Some of my favorite. I have to go Disney movies. I'm gonna say The Little Mermaid. That's obviously one of my top favorite. All of the Pirates of the Caribbeans. I love them all. And it's so weird to say this because it's so like not a typical movie, but I can always sit down and watch A Time to Kill. That's one of my absolute favorite movies. It's just so, I don't know.
That is kind of random, but it's cool.
There's a lot more, but those are probably the top right now. That always changes too, so.
So each time you're on here, you'll have a different top rides and top movies to give.
Yeah, probably. I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
What are some recent movies you've seen lately?
The most recent movie I saw was Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to catch up on my movies really badly. Lincoln, and it was Hyde Park on the Hudson.
Okay.
I'm a history nerd. I love history.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I've heard of it.
It was interesting.
What are some upcoming movies you're looking forward to?
I haven't heard too much about it lately. I know we talked about it on ADR, I believe. But the Haunted Mansion movie that's coming up is way down the line, I know, with
Guillermo del Toro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was say it was something del Toro. But I'm really interested to see like what happens with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be out, or if they are even doing that anymore. But I think they are.
I think they are. I think it had something to do with either a writer or a producer, some kind of staffing they were looking for. So there's a movie you just reminded me, and it was shot like behind Disney's back, basically, and the name escaped. You know which one I'm talking about?
I know which one you're talking about.
I want to see that one.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think that's in limited release. I don't know if they'll be playing it around you.
I know. I was like, I don't know if they'd be playing it in Orlando, to be honest with you.
But yeah, that's something to look forward to. Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah. Yep. I was just gonna say that. That one I'm really interested in. I want to see what kind of spin they put on it. Because the story itself is anti-Disney. It is being produced by Disney.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm kind of interested to hear about that one. Because I never knew about the background of the acquiring the rights. I love Mary Poppins. I grew up watching that. But from what I've seen, it's like Tom Hanks as well Disney.
Yeah.
I know some people have I've seen mixed reviews out there on Twitter, but I kind of like him as Disney. I think he does a good job.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm a Tom Hanks fan, so I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm a fan, so.
So this week in the news, as what went down, speaking of Disney parks, first up, Disneyland announced that Thor will be coming to the Disneyland theme park. Just like earlier this year, Iron Man make interventions for Iron Man 3. He has his Hall of Armor in there, which I'm obviously very cool. I guess they didn't have to give many details on how Thor will be hitting the park. I'm thinking maybe as a character, but I'm not sure. More details are going to be announced later this month. What do you think of Thor coming to Disney parks?
I'm excited. I actually hope he comes to Disney World. I like Thor. I like the Avengers. I want to see more of them in the parks, but we'll see what they do. Because I know when you come off of Maelstrom, you go into that gift shop, of course.
Yeah.
They had Thor merchandise for a while, but I haven't seen any recently.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they had shirts and I think some little miniature characters. So.
Speaking of Thor, some Thor movie news for the Dark World. they are adding more scenes to the film. That's never a good sign. With Loki involved, because the director felt more Hiddleston was needed, and I'm sure there's many fangirls out there that agree with that. Tom Hiddleston has his fans. I'm a big fan of Loki. From Thor, so I'm not disappointed that they're going to add more. What do you think?
I'm with you. I totally agree. The more Loki, the better. Especially while they have Tom Hiddleston. I say utilize him. Make a whole movie around him before he decides to, like, go on to other projects. But that's just me.
Well, the good thing is Tom Hiddleston's still sticking around because he's going to be in the Tinkerbell movie.
Yeah.
What episode of the A-List would be complete without a Guardians of the Galaxy update? Because it seems like I do that every single week. Last week we talked about how Vin Diesel had been rumored to play the voice of Groot, and it is now confirmed. This week we have another rumor about another character voice, that Bradley Cooper could be rumored playing the voice of Rocket Raccoon. Yes, and Rocket Raccoon is a character that I personally love. He is a raccoon that just like has all these kind of guns and shoots people and loves killing people. So the leaked trailer from D23 and Comic-Con, and it just looks absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to see this. I think Bradley Cooper would be awesome added to the Marvel universe. He's just a voice, but it's an awesome character.
Yeah.
And also, in some Disney movie news, Pirates 5, for those of you who weren't sure when it was coming out, they're shooting for July 2015. 2015 is going to be quite the year. But anyway, Pirates 5 got its official title this week, and it is called Dead Men Tell No Tale.
Dun dun dun.
And if you're a fan of the ride like us, you'll know that they say that quite a bit. I was hoping for the title Pirates 5, We Want the Redhead. But yeah, you know, maybe Pirates 6.
Shift your cargo. My thing with Pirates is it's kind of funny. When the first movie came out, it's based on the ride, but now they're making the ride based on the movie. Because now they added the vampire mermaids, the sirens, they have Blackbeard, they have Johnny Depp, or Jack Sparrow, and they're just adding, I don't know, it's interesting.
It's definitely cool to see Jack Sparrow all the animatronics.
Yeah.
That's very cool that they did that. They almost,
and it doesn't take away from the original storyline of the ride either. It kind of adds to it.
Yeah. So that's exciting. And I haven't seen the mermaids yet, but I've seen them on YouTube, so I'll have to check those out.
It's subtle. It's really subtle. I know I've been on the boats with people, and you're like, what is going on? It's really hard to tell because it's quick. You gotta listen, and you'll watch them float by. But if you miss it, then it's just like there's blue lights in the water. And you kind of like, the effect's kind of lost. But after you go through that scene, you know, they used to have the skeleton on the left-hand side?
Yeah.
I'm sure it has an official name, but they changed it, and I won't give it away for you.
Skeleton?
You have to look at the change in the scene.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to catch that.
I'll leave it at that.
Some sequel news we have coming up. Alright, take this one as a big rumor, but Don Krasinski from The Office could be up for a role as a dino wrangler in Jurassic Park 4. So pretty much everything from Jurassic Park 4 is basically a rumor these days. It's been a rumor, what was the last one? 2001? This whole movie's been rumored since then. But I'm a big Jurassic Park fan, and I'll be excited to see what happens. As long as the Spinosaurus doesn't kill off the T-Rex 5 minutes in the movie, I'll be fine.
I think it'd be interesting to see if he does it.
Yeah, it would be a totally different role for him.
Yeah, because I know he's done a lot of romantic comedies too.
Yes. Yeah.
I think a dino wrangler would be a good choice.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in a different type of role. Rom-coms and dramas. So.
Well, even as Jim.
Yeah.
Jim in The Office, he was kind of in that role.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see it take a different turn.
He'll be Jim from The Office of the Dino Wrangler. Also, Ted 2 is shooting for an April 2015 release. That's kind of awkward. I enjoyed Ted 1. It's definitely a guy movie, I think. Yeah. And Mark Wahlberg said this would actually be the first sequel he's ever done, which is kind of odd, but it's true. In all the movies Mark Wahlberg's been in. So look for that in April 2015. Well, this is a reboot, not so much a sequel. The Ninja Turtles, which Michael Bay has put his filthy hands into, which means there's going to be lots of explosions and Megan Fox. It has been pushed back. June 6th, it was supposed to come out, but next year it's now pushed back to August 8th. Hopefully they're taking time to make it better and not worse. What do you think of the Ninja Turtles reboot?
I grew up with the Ninja Turtles, so I really hope they're more like the original. And I was kind of upset to see the computerized one on Nickelodeon. So hopefully it's more like the original with the Michael Bay touch, which, you know, that's kind of unavoidable. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So.
Yeah, I would actually be happy with just an animated version, like the old school 80s Turtle movie.
Yeah.
Bring that back. That would be awesome.
And Megan Fox is April.
Yes. Well, it's time for probably now my least favorite segment of the show. Because I've been getting it completely wrong, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. The box office prediction. Last week I said that Kick-Ass 2 would be number 1, and it came in at number 4. Oh, I'm getting worse. I've been picking like number 3 movie a bunch of times. Now I'm number 4. So hopefully I get in the top 10.
Well, at least you're getting top 5.
Yeah. 1 out of 5 ain't bad.
See?
I'm gonna meet Loki. Anyway, the Butler was number 1. Oh, sorry, Lee Randall was the Butler. It's a big deal. I saw both movies, and my reviews on those movies are up. You definitely check those out. My score is 176 and 40s. Definitely looking to get back on the good track of things here. This week. New releases this week include The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones, the horror movie You Are Next, and The World's End, starring Simon Pegg. I am going to take a chance, and I'm going to think that fangirls are going to help me out this week here and go and see The Mortal Instruments. If you don't, I will be very frustrated with you, fangirls. Do not let me down. I'm going with The Mortal Instruments as my pick. What do you think will be number 1?
I'm going to go with that. Just because
Okay.
I know it has a huge fan base. Lots of fans, so I think that might be a safe bet.
And that fan base better not let me down. Alright, that brings us to this week's trivia question. Last week, like 4 or 5 people answered this at once, and it was insane. I was actually at the movies, and I'm getting on my phone, it's like, you have how many new, and they all answered at the same time, the same answer. So I have to give it to all of them, because I'm a cool guy, and I'm going to do that. The question was, in which Disney film does Chloe Grace Moretz have a part in the voice? And of course, do you know the answer?
I don't.
The answer is false. This week's trivia question. Name the other films that Simon Pegg and Nick Frost paired up in, other than, of course, The World's End that comes after this. I believe there are 4 of them. So name those, and then you can get into that with you.
Check out the little pretty girls in this city. There's a lot of pretty girls in this town.
Okay, and that brings us to this week's Babe of the Week. And I'm going Mortal Instruments again. She played Snow White last year. That was pretty bizarre. In Mirror Mirror. This week's Babe of the Week is it the star of the Mortal Instruments, Lily Collins.
There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. I'm trying to pick them.
And of course, when I have female co-hosts with me, I let them pick a hunk of the week. So, Jen, why don't you lay your hunk of the week on?
Since we were talking about Pirates 5 and Pirates of the Caribbean, go with Johnny Depp.
Well, that's the end of this week's show already. I know. It went fast. So, Jen, thanks again for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime. And why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at JenMia83, which that's me, or on V24, of course on Mondays with ADR. It's v24radio.com, or you can look up our iPhone app or our Android app. You can listen to us live wherever you go.
And I saw you're only a few followers away from 500.
I don't keep believe that. That's crazy to me. That's awesome.
As of this moment, I am 3 away from 500.
Isn't that crazy to think?
It is. So definitely follow us. If you haven't already, follow us.
We're cool people.
Of course, you can find me right here on YouTube, youtube.com/westside515. Subscribe. You can like my Facebook page, facebook.com/westside. Follow me on Twitter. Maybe you'll be the 500th follower. If you don't have one already, pick up my book, A-List Review 2012 Movies. Over 140 reviews. $10. Contact me through Facebook or Twitter. Well, thanks again for joining us, Jen.
No problem.
Until next time.